All right, let's go ahead and get rocking and roll. I wanted, for those of you that ever played sports, by the way, my name is Tom. My name is Tom Challan, and this is my wife Kim Challan. We have been in a home-based business now for over 20 years, and we have helped. We have been #1 earners, top performers, built multiple teams, over 40,000 people, have earned a multiple six-figure income in the business, building huge teams for many, many years. And our claim to fame is being a top recruiter and doing it in less time. So being a high performer and doing it in less time. Good to see you out there, Rosie. I'm going to share something. And the reason why I kept this on today is I literally felt as I was like I'm getting ready for an athlete, a competitive event, because I'm gearing up because I'm a little bit baffled. I'm a little bit fired up right now because so many people that I've been coaching with over the last 8 years, I've been a coach and a consultant to some of the top network marketers in the industry. And by the way, for you, enroll people and close people into your network marketing. Today, I'm going to talk about the 7 steps that help me enroll 1 to 3 people every single day into my home-based business. My top year had enrolled over 500 people. And I'm telling you, just like anything, like sports, like martial arts, like having a good career, closing and enrolling people into your home-based business is an art form. And when you understand the art form of closing people into your network marketing business, it becomes simple. But I'm here to tell you that 90 plus, I bet it's closer to 98% of everybody that's in network marketing is not closing at a high ratio. They have not dialed it in. They have not, and they don't even know what they don't even know when it comes to being a great recruiter. They've never really challenged themselves to realize, are they a 5 out of 10 when it comes to closing? Are they a 6 out of 10? Are you a 7 out of 10 when it comes to closing? Let me just be really clear. If you're a 10 out of 10, not saying you're enrolling 100%, but if you're at the highest level possible, where if you have a qualified person, you're at the highest level possible to enrolling the most amount of people. That means that you pretty much can enroll almost anybody that you choose to that's qualified. So your level of closing is extremely high. But I got to tell you something, okay? I've done 80 recruiting boot camps over the last 8 years. Every single day I do one-on-one coaching. And if there's one thing I could say I'm one of the best in the world at, is understanding and discerning how to help people become a great recruiter. And that's what I'm going to help you, is specifically if you're in network marketing. I'm going to share with you how to not be the 90+% of the people that are just winging it in their network marketing business. So again, for those of you that have just joined us, this is specifically for network marketing. It's specifically for people that are in direct sales or the home-based business industry. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And you know why I've been realizing that so many people do it wrong? Because here's what I've been really just like never before. And that's why my one-on-one coaching sessions I've been having with clients, I just reached this huge aha moment lately where I realized that people don't even know that their level of personal growth or communication or people skills or their recruiting skills is very low. And unfortunately, people think, almost everybody that you talk to, everybody that I coach with, they think their people skills are very high. They think they're really good conversationalists, but when the rubber meets the road and you look at their numbers for the month or the week, they're not recruiting people. But they have great friends and they're great conversationalists. they have, they're married with good people skills, then why do so many people struggle when it comes to recruiting specifically into network marketing? Well, I'll tell you one of the big reasons, and then we're going to dive into the 7 strategies. The biggest reason is the level of people skills specifically for prospecting is nowhere near where it needs to be. But most people that are recruiting, they think, again, it's always higher than they think. And the reality is this: if you're not recruiting at least 2 people every single week to 4 people per week, even if it's within your team, preferably personally though, then you really have to take a gut check, look in the mirror and go, you know what? Maybe I need to get strategic coaching. Maybe I need to treat this like it's a full-time career. Maybe I need, like tonight. Tonight's a great example. I looked at, and I'm not a big basketball fan, but I watched, tonight is the NBA Finals. And I watched this guy named Stephen Curry, who's the MVP of the world, the best basketball player in the world, okay, debatably, right? But a lot of people just say he is just the best. And the reason why he's the best is he's the one man in this world that had the ball more than any other human on the planet, to shoot the ball more than any other human on the planet. He shoots it left hand. He shoots it where he's fading away. He shoots it this way and that way. He practices every scenario more than any other human of all the top professionals in all of the NBA. This one man said, I'm going to be the best that I can be and dribble more, shoot more, and do whatever it takes to be the MVP of the pros, of the top basketball players in the world, right? And the reason why so many people struggle in network marketing and closing people is because they just don't put enough energy, enough focus. They do not put the right amount of energy. It's not even energy, the fortitude, the commitment, the focus. They don't have the right intention. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't intentionally say, you know what? I'm going to be the best when it comes to closing that I possibly can be. Guys, I am telling you, as probably of all of network marketing, I've probably done more role playing than any other coach in network marketing times. And I know that sounds a little bit egotistical. I don't know how else to say it. If there's one thing I'm very confident about, it's I understand the psychology and the DNA of how you could be a much better recruiter. So I role play every single day. I'm personally still recruiting people in the trenches. So it's not like I did it many years ago. I still, even on a part-time basis, enroll about 100 people into network marketing on a yearly basis. So I'm in the trenches and I do it. So I'm going to break down the 7 strategies. I'm going to break down the 7 strategies that I've used to enroll thousands of people personally. So if you are on this Periscope, if you're on this live stream on Facebook, if you're watching the replay of this, this would be a good time. If you have anybody that you care about that's in network marketing, could you do me a big favor? What I'm about to share with you, I usually charge money for. I'm giving it to you for free today, my strategies. So could you do me at least one favor? Could you share this right now? Even if you're watching the replay of this, even if you watch this later as a sponsored ad, could you share this? And also, please let me know that you were here. I love watching the comments. Even if you only say hi, can you let me know your first name and where you're from in the comments? And maybe if there's one thing I can help you with, thank you. If there's one thing I can help you with, please engage with me. I'm going to start engaging more on my Facebook page, Lane, and everybody else. Benny Clark, you're a stud. Raphael, good to see you out there, buddy. Alan, of course. Gary, always good to see you. I'm out here, partner. Yvonne is a rock star, by the way. All right, so let's get going. Number one. Pete, what's up, buddy? New Priority Networker Elite member, Pete Delano. Oh man, sorry for your name, buddy. But welcome to the Priority Networker Partner. Number one, and this is when we're talking about closing. Hey, Kim, can you grab the dog? This is when it comes to closing, okay? So you've already had a first conversation, and today I'm going to use this seminar. I'm going to only be talking about the second call, okay? I'm going to be talking about the second call and what it takes to close people. So you've already had a good first conversation. Now 90% of closing is done on the first conversation, whether it's one-on-one or whether it's over the phone, because this is where you establish, are they qualified? It's where you establish, do you like them? Do you want to work with them? It's where you establish the rapport, the trust factor, the posture, the confidence. It's where you establish, are they qualified? And if you establish that they're qualified, and now you've sent them to your presentation, okay? You've done a great job with that. Now I'm going to break down the 7 steps to what do you do from that point on. All right, so you call the person back, and the first thing that you want to do is you want to reestablish the number one ingredient that it takes to close people in network marketing. Number one is you want to reestablish momentum. Recruiting and sales is about momentum. So the way that I reestablish step number one is I want to ask another question. I want to rebuild the connection. I want to build that trust factor. And think of it this way. Your prospect just looked at your presentation. Whether you are nutritionals, whether you are travel, whether you are high ticket, low ticket, direct sales, it doesn't matter. And if they looked at your presentation, don't expect, especially if you're dealing in the cold market or social media market, or if you generate leads or buy leads, don't expect all your prospects to go, oh my gosh, this is the exact product I've been looking for. Wow, this compensation is the best thing I've ever seen. Wow, this looks like the most amazing thing I've ever seen when it comes to making money. Now, is that possible? For sure. But you want to know what a lot of humans are thinking? Trust me, I know. The psychology of what a lot of prospects are thinking, especially in the cold market, is they're thinking, okay, it looks good, but I don't want to market pills and potions. I don't see myself traveling. I don't see myself marketing that, hey, Kim, I don't see myself marketing that product or service. You know, in the back of their mind, they're doubtful, they're skeptical, they're like, I don't know about this. You know, so they're like this. They like you from the first call. Maybe they trust you. They're building trust from that first call, but they're still a little bit unsure. So it's important not to just jump right into it and say, so what did you like most about it? You know, and start going in for a close right away. You want to warm it up a little bit. Here's an example. Step number one of how to rebuild the momentum, how to re-engage, and how to start building that rapport and that trust factor a little higher. So I would say something like, so, hey, and if let's say her name was Tahani, I would say, so Tahani, by the way, what's it like living in Hawaii? My family and I would love to go there. What's it like being in Hawaii? Just a question. You know, by the way, how long have you guys been married anyways with your husband, right? I see you guys are into fitness. How long have you guys been fitness fanatics? And I would just ask a leading question, an open-ended question to get the momentum, to get them talking. Momentum is about them talking. Look, the reason why I've been getting very, just, I don't want to say mad because it's not mad, but shocked. Because lately I've been having a lot of CEOs, a lot of founders of companies, a lot of 6- and 7-figure income earners calling me. And it's almost the same thing every single time. they start off by saying, and a lot of them have even been through, my training, but they still just, for whatever reason, they just don't penetrate. And all they do is just talk. They do not listen. They do not ask me questions. The number one way to build momentum in the close is to get me talking. Okay, so I think I've shared that enough. Step number 2, Tihani. Step number 2 is, now here's where you want to make sure you ask them, did they watch the movie? Did you watch the presentation? Did you watch the webinar? Whatever it is, did you watch it? Okay. And they say yes. And then I say, what did you like most about what you saw? Simple, right? Now, I want to put a caveat right here. It's not what you say, and it's not, closing people is not about reading the script like a textbook. Most of the people I've been prospecting with and role-playing with on my boot camps, they read the script black and white. They try to go through it like a speed racer. They just fly through the presentation, and they're just trying to get through the words, thinking that the words that you say are what's going to make the difference for your prospect to join you. Did you catch that? So let me repeat that one more time. Most people in network marketing think that the better you are with your words and the better you are at reading your script is the best chance that you have to enroll the prospect. The script is only a guide if you have a script. The script is this important compared to the right psychology, compared to the right formula when it comes to enrolling people into your product or network marketing business. So step number 2, when you say, what do you like most about what you saw? They'll tell you, and then you want to expand on it. By saying, well, what part of the compensation is it that really jumped out at you? And then, really? So which testimonial is it that you liked the most? And then you say, well, what else grabbed your attention? What else in the presentation really jumped out at you? Or what else did you like? So I'll expand. The key word with step number 2 is expand. You want to expand on it at least 2, maybe 3 times. Now look, if you have a talkaholic, someone who is just, you ask them, what did you like most about it? And talk, here's a big clue. Do not ask, what else did you like? Because then you'll spend another 15, 10, 5 minutes. If they're a talker, sometimes you don't need to do it 2 or 3 times by expanding on it. You can literally just do it 1 time, and that's it. All you need to close is the right information. You need the right positive feedback. You need the right things that they like and things that they don't like. You need the right ingredients, and they will tell you. So if you have a script that's, let's say it's 2 pages long, sometimes you can get through this much of it, but get all you need, all the information, all the goods, so to say, to be able to enroll them without even looking at your script anymore. Does that make sense? So the words are important, but they're not as important as saying the perfect words on your script book. I have so many of my friends, so many of my clients, so many team members, so many people in network marketing, they get so hung up on trying to close the script and thinking that that's the answer when it's only a small piece of enrolling people. So when you're at step number 2 and you're saying, what did you like? You're taking notes. What else grabbed your attention? You're taking notes. You're expanding on it. Really? So what they may have said, well, I like the testimonials. I like the stories of the people succeeding. Really? And then I might say something like this to expand on it. Which testimonial did you like the most? Really? That was one of my favorites too. By the way, Did anything else grab your attention? Well, yeah, this, or this. Write it down. Now, step number 3. If they do not ask a question, okay, let me back up. If at any time your prospect asks you a question, whether it was the first call or they immediately kind of cut you off and say, well, how does this work? How much does it cost? How does the product work? What's the ingredients? Whatever the question is, say, that's a great question. Let me make a note of that. By the way, what did you like most about what you saw? By the way, acknowledge what they said. So it's not like you just blew them off. Great question. Let me make a note of that. I definitely am going to help you out with that. By the way, tell me about which island you like better in Hawaii. Do you like Honolulu, Oahu, or do you like Maui better, right? Or what did you like about the presentation? So I will acknowledge it, I will write it down, and then I will continue on with step number 1 or step number 2. And then when it comes to step number 3, I will remind them of their questions. Now look, most scripts out there, they don't teach you to prompt objections. They do not teach you to draw out questions or concerns or object. Extreme experience, if they don't give you a little bit of friction, if they do not give you a little bit of objections or questions or concern, if they don't ask about their future, then they're basically saying, I'm not, most of the time, I'm telling you, they're saying they're not that interested. And this right here is where most people drop the ball. They drop the ball because they think, again, that they just need to get through the process of how great your company is, how great your comp plan is, how much better your products are compared to the 2,000 other network marketers that are out there. It's just not the case, right? It's just not the way, it's not the highest level of psychology. Now look, you can still become a 6- and 7-figure earner by not doing what I'm sharing with you. Because this industry is so simple, stupid, and most companies are so simple, and your products do a lot of the selling, your presentations are great, you don't need to be as good as I'm sharing with you. But why not? Why not? Why not be great? You know, when I became great and the best at my ability, I could enroll as many people as I had enough time in the day to enroll. If I wanted to work, and I didn't want to work more than 4 hours, I could have enrolled 6 to 10 people a day manually. This is way back. I did this all the way back in 2003. It's gotten even way better with technology and leverage and a little bit of automation with people calling me. But even back in the day, I could enroll unlimited amount of people. So you wanna really take your skill to the next level. And step number 3 is you want to gather all the questions. So if they asked questions before, you write it down. Guys, give me 1 second here. I gotta get some air in here. Give me 1 sec. Sorry, guys. Whoo, man, we have our first sun. Can you believe this? It's been cloudy all what's it? June, March, April, May. It's been all May. It's been cloudy pretty much. In San Diego, it's never cloudy, but it's been like super great. Today's like super hot and beautiful out. All right. So step number 3 is you want to get the questions. Now, so now's the time to say, okay, I have in our first call that you said, how do I get leads? Or who do I talk to? Or how does this work? Or how much does it cost? Or how does the company work? So I acknowledge that I already have those questions. And I say, is there any other questions that you had when you were watching the presentation? Listen, okay. How does the compensation work? How do you get paid? Great question. Let me write that down. I'm letting them know that I'm still acknowledging them. And then I ask them, is there any other questions? Usually there's only 2, maybe 3 questions, and I write them all down. Now, step number 4. Okay, this is where almost everybody just drops the ball. Okay, like This is where so many people crack. And this is why, if you have not been in my boot camp over and over, I'm just telling you, one boot camp is, I've been doing this for 8 years. I believe it's the best recruiting boot camp in network marketing, period. I feel very confident about that. But even if it was, let's just say it was the best. One boot camp, 2 boot camps, it usually takes my top recruiters in the world, it usually takes them multiple exposures to hear what I'm saying over, to hear the role playing over and over and over. So step number 4 is you want to answer the questions as simple, as short, and as strategic as possible. Simple, short, and strategic as possible. So what I mean by, let me give you one example for time's sake. So if someone says, how do I make money? If I have a really good connection, like we're becoming really decent, pretty good friends, I will say that, Mary, the comp plan works awesome. That's how, we get paid every single week. Upfront bonuses, back-end compounding residual income, car bonuses, travel bonuses, and that's how Mary, who just joined us 3 weeks ago, got started and was able to make not only her money back at getting started at the top package, planting seeds. That's how, not only was she able to make her money back, but she was able to double all the money that she put in buying that top product package with our company. And she's already on track to being one of our top producers in her very first year in business. And she just got started. So we have a compensation that pays 5 different ways, and it's extremely lucrative. Done. Now, how many of you have ever heard of a comp plan being broken down that way? My first 10 years of network marketing, I would say, do you have a pen and paper out? Okay, let me show you how this works. And I would say, okay, you get this percent here, and you get that percent here, and you get this bonus here, and then this happens here. And I would spend 10 to 15, 20 minutes giving them the answer that I thought they really wanted. I thought when people say a literal question that I have to give them the whole enchilada of the answer. And that is the biggest deception, the biggest myth in network marketing, period. And almost no one understands this, and I'm getting crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm sweating in the armpits crazy. I'm not shaving because I'm getting so good. I'm just kidding. I'm getting a little drama. But I'm serious a little bit. I'm like, oh, what's it going to take for you to be strategic when it comes to answering questions? Keep it shorter, keep it simpler, and keep it very strategic. Man, I could spend an hour on this one topic alone. All right, but I got to go to the next one. Number 5. When you're on step number 4 and you answer their question. So let me give you an example. Let me go back to step number 4. So I answer the last question, which is compensation. And I say, does that make sense? And almost always they say yes. At step number 5, this is what I say. Welcome aboard. I am looking forward to working with you. High five. And I say I'm excited to work with you. And then I go to step number 6, because at step number 5 I say, great, welcome aboard, and they're like this. All right, I don't see them because I'm over the phone, but I know they're like, okay, I guess I'm joining. Why? Because I did everything right. They like me. They trust me. I established posture. I created a connection. They feel like I'm the kind of person that they can partner with. I hit all the ingredients. They need to make money. I made sure they were qualified. I made sure they were the kind of person that I feel that I personally want to work with. So everything is right. It's my obligation. It's my time to have a sense of urgency to do my job, to do your job, and say, great, welcome aboard. And then number 6 is you want to relieve a little bit of the tension, okay? You want to relieve a little bit of the tension because there will be a little bit of apprehension. It's just human nature. And what I mean by that is number 6 is you want to say something like, let's say I was still on Tahani. I would say something like this to her. I would say, hey Tahani, this is what I'm saying. Welcome aboard. And the only thing I'm going to ask is that when you start making that $5,000 a month that you told me that you wanted to make, that that you give us a tour around Hawaii when you're making the money and we come out there to visit you. Is that fair enough? And then they'll say yes, and they'll get their mind off of that they just spent $1,000, $5,000, or whatever it takes to join your business. They'll get their mind off of thinking about how much it costs them, or they'll stop thinking and analyzing because you're keeping the momentum going about them talking. And if they're talking, they don't have enough time to think about, oh my gosh, I just joined a home business. And look, this is not any form of manipulation. If you don't do your job, they're probably going to go back to their life. They're probably going to go back to analyzing things, being in fear, looking at things, but never pulling the trigger. It takes a pro like you, Yvonne and Tahani. It takes a pro to reach through that phone with firmness, skill, love, urgency, to go like this, to grab them and to go boop into your business, to lovingly grab them and to change their paradigm shift. They have to change their paradigm shift. Most people are on this road in life. They're stuck. They do the same. They're doing the same thing over and over. They want to make more money over here. They want to do something, but they're afraid. They don't know what to do. They've never had anybody strong that they like, that they trust, that's confident, that's stable in their home business to do their job, to show them that they don't have to be on this road, that they could be on this road and it will change their life by partnering with you and your company. How many of you can do that? All right, now step number 7 is quickly enroll them and do not keep talking. Do not keep trying to convince or sell. Or look, if you start talking because you're afraid and you start trying to over talk a little bit, I promise you, you're going to give them time to go, you know what, can you hold off on that? You know what, not right now. You know what, let's just do the lower package. So at step number 7 is it's go time. Now I prefer something like this. Hey Amber, you know what? What's your last? How do you spell your last name? Okay, cool. Now, did you want to put your address so I can ship the products out to you? Awesome. Did you want to put the $4,000 on a Visa or a MasterCard? Awesome. Now, for tax purposes, our company will send you a 1099, which basically means you're a business owner, and so the company can track the taxes legally. So did you want to put that on your tax ID number, or do you just want to use your SOCH for now? Now, most people say, I don't have a tax ID, and I say, great, that you could start with your SOCH. And I don't use the word Social Security, by the way. I just say SOCH. Most people in America, at least, they know exactly what that is. And I know you don't have to get their information over the phone. Yeah, in just 1 second, for sure. You do not have to get their information over the phone, but I do. You could send them to your website, but most company websites stink for enrollment. They're too complicated. There's too many bells and whistles. There's too many things to look at. There's too many decisions to make. So if you can, legally with your company, I still, after years, I still get their information, and then I'll go to my website and put their information in for them. I want to give you a website real quick, and I'm going to answer some questions. I'm going to give you my last boot camp. I'm going to give you my last, anybody who registers that has not already gone through this, I'm going to give you one segment of my boot camp to show you how powerful it is, okay? Go to this website right now. It's coachwithtom.com. Coachwithtom.com. And if you do that, I'm going to reach out just really quick and say hi. I want to meet you for like just a quick conversation, and depending on, I'm going to do it for like literally the first, maybe self or Kim or maybe one of our team members are going to reach out and personally get you a segment of our boot camp on closing, so you can go into more depth on these seven steps. So if you go to coachwithtom.com, you can get the download of this. If you want to learn more about my priority networker, you can go to, if someone can type in this website, coachwithtom.com, if someone can do that for me, that would be awesome. And also, if you could go to this website, for those of you that want to learn more about Priority Networker, go to Priority Networker U, just with the letter U. So it's PriorityNetworkerU.com, and you can learn more about my very strategic coaching program that Pete just enrolled with. If you want to be a pro in network marketing, if you want to learn how to close like a pro, one boot camp, I'm just being really transparent. One seminar, 2 seminars is not going to do it. It's a process of hearing it from different angles. I'm telling you, it's very simple, but it takes time. And you just trust me, you'll see. So if you go to this website, which is Priority Networker U, if someone can type that in as well, you can learn how to partner with me into an entire year program, step by step. And I keep forgetting, the price is going to go way up. Okay, it's going to go way up. Right now, it's still the lowest. It's still a very low price. If you go to Priority Networker University or U, you could still get it for $97 a month, or most people pay for the year because it's a lot less expensive. Plus, I do a one-on-one free coaching for anybody who signs up for the year. Plus, you get an event ticket. So go there and check it out at Priority Networker U. Thank you so much for putting that in, Heather. Heather's a Priority Networker. Pete's now a Priority Networker. Many of you are already Priority Networkers on here. And one thing I will tell you, next Tuesday, for those of you that are Priority Networker Elite members, I'm doing a new series. Never done this before. It's my total blueprint on A to Z, what it looks like to build a championship team, how to make more money, be a top producer. But really what this call series is going to be on, this boot camp for the next month, for this month of June, is it's on how to be a top performer on less time. It's all about leverage and the big picture of creating wealth in your home business, recruiting more, and doing it in a lot less time. Okay, so now I can open it up. If anybody has any specific questions on Facebook Live or on Periscope or even on the conference bridge on the computer, if you have a question on the computer, press *2. I know there's a bunch of you on the computer. If you want to press *2, you can go there as well. And by the way, everybody that becomes a Priority Networker, goes to Priority Networker U, and becomes a Priority Networker, I'm definitely going to be calling and going through a coaching session as well. So thank you so much for all of your feedback, your encouragement. Thank you so much for even the people that have nothing else to do. They don't want to make money. They just want to be weird. People are funny. It's usually only on Periscope, which is really crazy. Is Elites higher level of a membership than Priority Networker? Good question. I'm combining them both into one. So if you owned Priority Elites and you own Priority Networker, the two memberships are going like this for the same price. So we're calling it Priority Networker Elites. It's going to be the official name. Okay. So yes, we're taking two separate products, and when you sign up, you're going to get access to both. Yes, thank you, Heather. Heather on Facebook says, I've been through at least 5 boot camps and I'm still learning new skills. It's like peeling back an onion. Yes, absolutely. All right. So for those of you that are watching the replay, I know this is long, but I just wanted to get down and dirty to help you with the 7 steps with closing. I literally could spend an entire week nonstop content of all the different angles to help you be in the best recruiter that you possibly can be. Thank you so much for spending a little bit longer time with me today. Go and crush these 7 steps in your home-based business. Mahalo. Mahalo, Anthony. All right, God bless you guys. And I look forward to seeing all of you as Priority Networker Elite members. God bless you, and talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye, everyone. Lonnie, thank you so much. You're a rock star. Thank you for being on the call with me today. Thank you, Pete Sanchez. I love you, buddy. Josephine from New York. Paula. Oh, what's up? Paula is in the house from New York. Ember, thank you so much. Pete, I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally, man. Pete literally just got it today. All right. Thank you so much for all the comments in here as well. If you're watching the replay of this later, make sure you comment as well. All right. God bless you guys. Have a great evening, everybody.